Hello and welcome to another episode of What's Inside. Today we're looking at the 24 DVD board game. If you're a fan of the Jack Bauer Power Hour, then this might be your game. Let's see, who put this out? Pressman? Yeah, B1 Games and Pressman. Teens and adults, 2 or more players. Obviously you're going to have watched the shows to get anything out of this. It doesn't say what seasons it covers, but it was put out in 2006, so I'm assuming probably the first 3 or 4 seasons. Since it is a DVD game, it is going to probably have clips from the show, I would hope. So let's open this up and see what's inside. This one's actually a little nicer quality than a couple of the other DVD game boxes that we've looked at. Not quite on the Trivial Pursuit level, but definitely better than the Hannah Montana one that I looked at. I don't remember where I got this or why it's still sealed, but I found it in my storage unit with a bunch of other stuff from my old store. Boxes do tend to split fairly easy. The inside of the box is just kind of like a puzzle box, so don't be fooled by the glossy exterior. It's not a very high quality box, so be fairly careful with it. Alright, so we got a rule sheet here. It is just a cheap insert sheet, real short, not a lot to it. So pretty simple looking game. Alright, here's our game board. It's a force fold out, of course. Okay, real simple looking. It's got the counterterrorism unit symbol in the center. It says 24 DVD board game on each diagonal opposition. And then there's little movement things around here. Different ways. It looks like you have to finally get here, and it looks like it's color coded too. So there's like a yellow and green and red and blue. And you have to work your way around the board. Gotta say the board is kind of cheap. It uses real cheap plastic covering with a real cheap finish on it. You can hear it crinkling a little bit. I'm really not impressed with that. The back of the board is just this smooth black, but the whatever kind of borderline lacquer they put on here is pretty low end, which is real disappointing. Alright, then you got your DVD, and then you've got pieces here, movement pieces, which are really, wow, those are cheap. They're just cheap plastic. Then we've got little tokens here. Let's open these up, see what they say. Apparently I have a message on my phone. Thanks, phone. Thanks, I'm not filming or anything. I don't know who's messaging me since the time. And I'm sure you don't care, but it's annoying to me. I'm filming. Alright, so these little tokens here. This one says day 1. Day 2s are in here, and then a bunch of those, then day 3. Then day 1, day 2. Day 1, day 3. And day 1, day 2, day 3. And these are like locations. City, street, hospital, office park, apartment, train station, harbor, warehouse, industrial park, airport, Hollywood residence, Gerard Hotel, district, couriers, safe house, water reclamation plant, Warwick's art gallery, subway, military base, parking structure, Omnidyne Laboratories, Ion Systems, and Auto Shop. So that's all the cards, or these little ones anyway. Let's count these up real quick, see how many there are total. 22. There are 22 of these little cards. Of course, there's 4 of these movement tokens. They're pretty cheap. Then you got 4 stickers that go on these. They're stickers. Nothing too fancy. Let's look under here. Right. The tray insert is fairly cheap, but it should be sturdy, stable while it's in the box. There's nothing underneath. There's a DVD. It's a DVD. So let's get these out of the way so we can look at these other cards. Alright, I'm going to have to fight with the cellophane. Alright. These are broken up by the days. I don't know why there's 3 days if it's called 24. It should be 24 hours, not 3 days. Alright, so let's look at the day ones. These are, I think, like clue cards. Intel showing this attack has been planned for over a year. Omnidyne Laboratories has just signed a $3 billion multi-year contract with the United States government to develop a poly-tier military defense system. Oh, these are just clues. Alright, so let's count how many there are here. There's 3, 6, 7, 8. Looks like, oh, there's a couple of those. Looks like there's about 18 day ones. Let's see if it's got a breakdown of them on here. Yeah, there's 54 total of these cards. And there's 22 location cards, 4 movers. So yeah, there's grand total 54 of these. And they're broken up by days. It looks like there's about 18 day ones. About the same amount of day 2s. And probably about the same amount of day 3s. So yeah. So it looks like these are just like clues. That you would get while going through the game. It doesn't look like a complicated game at all, and since these are called clue cards, I imagine that's what they are. So yeah, that'll help you solve the mystery and defeat the bad guys. The board is really cheap, the pieces are kind of cheap, but if you're a fan of 24, this will probably be a lot of fun. Looks like it covers probably the first 2 or 3 seasons, maybe season 4, I'm not sure. But if you're a fan of 24, this would be a good one for you. I liked the show. I thought it was a lot of fun. A little unrealistic at times, like getting across Los Angeles in 15 minutes. Nobody does that. Not unless all traffic is off the roads, and even then. But it should be pretty fun. Probably fairly hard to find in great shape. I mean, we just opened this one. The box was split at one of the corners here. So that board is probably going to get the crap kicked out of it over time if it's not stored in really favorable environment, because it is really the glossy, cheap covering here, and stuff's going to slide across that anyway. So kind of be aware of that. But otherwise, that's the contents of that, and that is what the show is about. So we've seen what's inside, and that'll do it for this episode. As always, thank you for watching, and we hope to see you on the next episode of What's Inside.